Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today, I want to talk about something a little different, something more personal. It is about two of the hardest words in the English language to say and mean, i.e. I'm sorry. We've all been there, right? That moment when pride and ego build a wall, and admitting we were wrong feels like an impossible climb. I had one of those moments not too long ago. A day that completely shifted my perspective on what it means to be strong. It all started with a silly argument with a close friend. One of those disagreements that snowballs from a tiny misunderstanding into a full-blown avalanche of hurt feelings. I was convinced I was right. Absolutely, 100% in the right. I replayed the conversation in my head 1,000 times, gathering evidence, building my case. The more I thought about it, the more self-righteous I became. How could they think that? How could they say that? My mind was a courtroom, and I was the star prosecutor, judge, and jury. I won the case every single time. For days, there was just silence. A heavy, suffocating silence that was louder than any argument. The text stopped, the calls went unanswered, and in that quiet, another voice started to whisper. A voice I had been trying to ignore. It wasn't the voice of pride, but the voice of loneliness. It asked me, okay, so you're right, but are you happy? Is winning this imaginary argument worth losing a real friendship? That question hit me hard. I realized I was clinging to my rightness like a life raft, but it was a raft for one, drifting alone in a cold, empty ocean. The friendship we had built over years, the shared laughter, the late-night talks, the unwavering support was being sacrificed at the altar of my ego. What was I really winning? A hollow victory in a battle no one else was even fighting anymore. I sat with that feeling for a while. The discomfort, the shame, the regret. It's not a fun place to be. I think we often avoid apologizing because we see it as a sign of weakness, as if we're surrendering. We think saying I'm sorry means I was wrong and you were right. A simple win-lose equation. But I started to see it differently. What if I'm sorry wasn't about who was right or wrong? What if it was about something much more powerful? So, I picked up my phone. My heart was pounding. My thumbs hovered over the keyboard. My pride screaming at me to stop. Don't do it. You'll look weak, it yelled. But the thought of losing my friend was even scarier. I typed out the message. It wasn't long or dramatic. It was simple. Hey, I've been thinking. I'm sorry for my part in our argument. I value our friendship more than being right. Can we talk? I hit send before I could second guess myself. The seconds that followed felt like hours. I saw the delivered notification, then the three little dots. They appeared, disappeared, and appeared again. My stomach was in knots. And then, the reply came, I'm sorry too. I miss you. Of course we can talk. The relief was instant. It was like a massive weight I didn't even realize I was carrying had been lifted off my chest. We talked later that day, and it wasn't about rehashing the argument or assigning blame. It was about reconnecting. We talked about how we felt, not just what was said. And in that conversation, I learned a crucial lesson. Saying I'm sorry isn't a surrender. It's an invitation. It's you saying, I care about this relationship more than I care about my ego. I'm willing to be vulnerable to fix what's broken between us. It's not about weakness. It's the ultimate display of strength. It takes immense courage to put your pride aside, to admit your own imperfection, and to prioritize connection over conflict. Think about it. The strongest bridges are flexible. They're designed to sway a little in the wind. If they were completely rigid, they would snap under pressure. Human relationships are the same. We need that flexibility. We need the ability to bend, to be vulnerable, and to repair. An apology is one of the most important tools we have for that repair work. It's not admitting defeat. It's actively choosing to rebuild. Since that day, my approach to disagreements has changed. I try to listen more than I talk. I try to understand the other person's perspective before defending my own. And I am quicker to ask myself that crucial question, is it more important to be right or to be in this relationship? 9 times out of 10, the answer is clear. That experience didn't magically make me perfect. I still have an ego, and I still make mistakes. But now, I recognize that heavy, lonely feeling of being right all by myself. And I know that the strength to say I am sorry is the key to letting go of that weight and choosing connection instead. It's a superpower we all have. So, if there's a rift in your life, a silence that's become too loud, maybe ask yourself that same question. What's more important, the hollow victory of being right, or the warmth of a restored connection? It takes courage, but I promise you, the peace it brings is worth so much more than the pride it costs. Thank you so much for listening and for letting me share this part of my story with you. If this resonated with you, I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more content. It means the world to me. See you in the next one.